Sarah. So Sarah, I messed around with some mods. Again, if you don't end up liking this, we can restart our journey. I'm completely open to that because again, you know, this stream is particularly for you. So we've got a Void Armory here. We've got Bleak Falls Barrow. I already did go in and clear, so we're gonna have to go to Whiterun, and then this is a portal to Menantis. Explaining that a little bit, Menantis is a Philendrix or a Friendrix mod where he completely revamped the magic system in the game. So, but for good. There's a lot more spells that do a lot more things. So this to me is just kind of becoming like an exploration thing. You can see level 71, so a lot of skills have been leveled up. But I think what this will allow us to do is really focus on the storytelling of the game. We'll do this at the end of the cast. Again, you know, Sarah, if you end up watching this in real time, drop some comments on me and let me know what you think. And if you'd just rather I start all over, I'm very happy to do that. So we're going to take Bellegrim. We're going to go up to Dragon's Reach and have our initial conversation here to kind of figure out what's going on. We discover Whiterun stables.
Just north by the Lorius farm. Fool had a coffin in a cart with a broken wheel. I'd like to see him laugh his way out of that.
Talk to the strange jester, so we know what that means if we've done our Dark Brotherhood quest line before. But no spoilers. We're going to take this au natural, and we'll discover these things as we go along the way. So we need to be on the lookout for a strange jester. And we're going straight into Whiterun.
Hold. City's closed for the dragon's out. Official business only.
Alright, so a couple of options here. We could just do standard, but I want to test some of these speechcraft skills. Let's see what happens when we intimidate him.
You think you can stand against the entire Whiterun city guard? Gates closed.
Intimidate did not work. We failed that check. Let's try to persuade him.
We'll be keeping an eye on you.
And it looks like that went through just fine. So we're going to get in on a persuasive check, although, you know, we had our normal option just ready and available to us. Speechcraft is always fun to level. Gives you some different dialogue options. You can get past some things. You can convince people to, you know, port you ahead on a quest. But it does make it a little more realistic. Gives you more diplomacy options. So let's go into our skill set. I think we might have a couple of spare points to use. We might not. As you can see here, we've got a couple of things maxed out. This is all for trading, and based on where we are, I don't think we need help trading. But then we've got persuasion attempts and intimidation attempts.
Hey.
Caller, you are on the air.
You know you stopped streaming.
Yeah, it kicked me off, but I am back on.
Oh, so you're streaming now?
Yeah, so one of the things I wanted to discuss with you real quick while I do have you, since this stream is all about Sarah. This is the name of the series is going to be Skyrim for Sarah.
Oh.
So I got a little bored with Bellegrim yesterday, and I hadn't really heard from you on whether or not you wanted me to continue the stream, so I did do some mods. Now, the game's still going to be challenging in some ways, but the mods I did are for game modifications that expanded the magic system. I leveled up all of my combat stats, but enemies are still somewhat difficult because they scale with you to level. I just have more options in how I can fight them. Are you okay with that?
Yeah, I did not, like, I don't usually use the mods, and I don't really like mods anyway, just because it, like, changes up the entire stories of some games.
Mm-hmm.
And that's some of the things that I hate about mods is because, like, it changes up the entire game. But I like this mod because it doesn't change it up too much. Like, it doesn't change the story, and that's what I hate about some of
Okay, so these are going to be about an hour broadcasts. So we're going to do an hour at a time, and I'm in minute 5. So if you go on YouTube, you can catch up. But let me know what you think as we go through. Okay.
Okay.
Love you.
Love you too.
Bye. Okay, so there is the star of our show. Not Mikhail, for sure. I don't recognize him. Wait, don't go. Don't go! Oh, he must be the bard. Okay. Alright, so we missed out on hearing Mikhail. Fenderic's Weapon Vendor. Okay, so this is the guy who's attached to that magic mod. Let's see what he's got for sale. Excellent. Okay. So this is very interesting, Sarah. This is part of, and you can see we've got just about 1.3 million in gold. So all of these are definitely within our ability to purchase. But you can see here all the different arrows and bolts that we have that have different effects. So what this creates is an arcane archer type. An arcane archer type character who can cast spells with his bow and arrow. So I really like this because it gives me a chance as an archer to use some magic. So I'm going to go ahead and let's see, start purchasing some of these. 400 gold, 1500. I don't think any of these are going to put a serious dent in my bank here. And if they do, we can go back and get it. But we're going to get all the arrows we can. Very interested to see... Hey, sweetie, I see your comment. Very interested to see what these do, especially in context. So what this gives us a chance to do, Sarah, is when we go into battle, when we go into big fights, we can do things like use an arrow to cast Frenzy on a Draugr who can, who might start attacking other Draugrs. So that's the kind of thing I think would be really fun to watch, is kind of some of the battle strategies and how that works out. So really digging into our gold here too. Just keep an eye on that. The gold we're probably going to just basically use on our homes and get those set up early so we have a place to kind of put our stuff. I typically like the one that is most convenient to Whiterun. It's not Breeze Home. Breeze Home is in Whiterun. I forget the name of the other one, but we'll look at that here in a second. Pick up some of these legendary arrows for big bad fights. A legendary arrow that explodes upon impact and leaves a target, burns the target until its soul leaves its body. Wow. Okay. Glacial Strike, a legendary arrow that unleashes a stormy surge of energy upon impact. That sounds fun. And then, of course, Inferno Blast. Yeah, that's right. So typically, Sarah, my character is more of an archer than anything else. I love the ability to use my bow. Ooh, Irileth, calm down, girl. Okay, so let's see. Riverwood's in danger.
My job is to deal with all dangers that threaten the Jarl or his people. So you have my attention.
Good. We've got her attention. Let's go around her, see what she likes.
You can say to me.
Okay.
I'm starting to think.
I want to hear what she has to say.
Yeah. Yep, go back to your spot there, peasant. We're going to stare it. Oh, didn't let me stare her down. Dragon destroyed Helgen.
The smith, isn't he? Reliable, solid fellow. Not prone to flights of fancy. And you're sure Helgen was destroyed by a dragon?
Pretty sure it was a dragon.
Stormcloak raid gone wrong?
Yeah, heaven forbid she thinks, Sarah, right? Let's see. I had a great view of while the Imperials were trying to cut off my head.
Really? You're certainly forthright about your criminal past. But it's none of my concern who the Imperials want to execute.
Really?
Especially now. What I want to know is, what exactly happened at Helgen?
By Ysmir, Irileth was right.
What do you say now, Proventus?
Yeah, Proventus.
Shall we continue to trust in the strength of our walls? Against the dragon?
I
He has bad posture.
Send troops to Riverwood at once.
Balgriff, you're gonna get scoliosis.
If that dragon is lurking in the mountains.
The Jarl of Falkreath will view that as a provocation. He'll assume we're preparing to join Ulfric's side and attack him. We should not.
I'll not stand idly by while the dragon burns my
home and
slaughters my people. Irileth, send a detachment to Riverwood at once.
Yes, my Jarl.
If you'll excuse me, I'll return to my duties.
That would be best.
Sir, do you like this third person or the first person better?
You've done Whiterun a service. I won't forget it. Here, take this as a small token of my esteem. There is another thing you could do for me. Suitable for someone of your particular talents, perhaps.
First person, you got it. Alright, when I get the opportunity, I'll switch back.
He's been looking into a matter related to these dragons and rumors of dragons.
Alright, so we're gonna go talk to Farengar.
Don't even think.
Oh, stop, Preventus. I just hit the wrong button. Okay, we're gonna go talk to Farengar. And he is going to basically... We've already completed this quest. Thank you, it's Nightingale armor. I like it for this character. I think it looks good on her.
What? Project? You think you could help me? I really don't think so. What? I'm not even... Please forgive my earlier rudeness. I'm so often interrupted by visitors wandering in. I can occasionally become quite savage. Now, what did you say you wanted? Ah, indeed. The Jarl.
Here's another question for you, Sarah. Do you want me to let these guys say their whole lines, or do you want me to blaze through the dialogue?
Well, when I say fetch, I really mean delve into a dangerous ruin in search of an ancient stone tablet that may or may not actually be there.
Oh, it's there, all right, Farengar Secret Fire.
Straight to the point, eh? No need for tedious hows and whys. I like that. Leave those details to your betters, am I right?
Let me know if you formulate an opinion on that.
Said to be housed in Bleak Falls Barrow. A dragon stone, said to contain a map of dragon burial sites.
Okay.
Go to Bleak Falls Barrow. Find this tablet, no doubt interred in the main chamber. And
oh, do you mean this old stone, Farengar?
Bleak Falls Barrow. You already found it. You are cut from a different cloth than the usual.
Give me my reward, homie.
About that. Maybe it's...
Okay, so we're gonna go to him real quick. We're gonna see what he has for sale, because I think the Fendrix, I think he has a bunch of different books here. No, these look all like standard. I don't think any of those are any that are in the mod, so nothing I need there. All right. Whoa.
A dragon's been sighted nearby.
Okay, dragon's been sighted nearby. We're gonna come to.
Where was it seen? What was it doing?
I take this a bit more seriously if I were you. The dragon decides to attack Whiterun.
We're gonna go talk to Jarl Balgriff, and hopefully he'll give us our reward first. I don't think he does, though. I think we have to go kill the dragon first.
Not now.
No, not now. Okay, so, calm down.
Irileth tells me you came from the Western Watchtower?
Yes, my lord.
Tell him what you told me about the dragon.
Oh, that's right. We saw it coming from the south. It was false. Faster than anything I've ever seen.
What did it do? Is it attacking the Watchtower?
No, my lord. It was just circling overhead when I left. I never ran so fast in my life.
Yeah, they do.
I thought it would have come after me, for sure.
Good work.
I'll try to pause for you.
We'll take it from here.
If we have something that we need to decide on.
You've earned it. Irileth, we'd better gather some guardsmen and get down there.
I've already ordered my men to muster near the main gate.
Why is Irileth so passive-aggressive?
There's no time to stand on ceremony, my friend. I need your help again. I want you to go with Irileth and help her fight this dragon. You survived Helgen, so you have more experience with dragons than anyone else here. But I haven't forgotten the service you did for me in retrieving the Dragonstone for Farengar. As a token of my esteem.
Okay, cool. So we will get Breeze home before this, and we're gonna go to Breeze home. We're just gonna drop off. We're gonna drop off some of our inventory. If it'll let me purchase the property ahead of time, and that way the inventory stays clean, and we know what we have, and we know what we have access to. So let's go find Preventus real quick. Usually stays in here if he's not out there. Is he at the table? I think Irileth has some social anxiety issues. That would be my guess, Sarah. Okay, so it does not look like Preventus is easily accessible wherever he is right now. I would really like to be able to just go ahead and purchase the property. But I remember that after we take on the dragon, he's right back there. So let's go take the dragon down first, and then we'll go back. So the inventory right now is going to be a little bit of a nightmare. And that's because we're carrying a lot of things from the Void Armory that we raided offline to get some new items. Yeah, it's a bit of a mixed bag, Sarah. I have all the inventory I really need, so it kind of...
You there. The Dawn Guard is looking for anyone willing to fight against the growing vampire menace. What do you say?
Yeah, let's sign up for killing vampires. So again, back to what I was saying. Yeah, so I don't really steal much because I think it hurts the role-playing a little bit. It hurts the storyline because then, you know, Balgriff might not talk to me. And because I've opened up this Void Armor as every weapon I could possibly ever want, I don't really have the incentive either. So, you know, we do have 100% pickpocket. So, you know, we do have the capability of stealing from Farengar pretty easily. Yeah, I just don't think it's going to be helpful to us. Yeah. Getting ingredients is a big part of how we make money, but we don't have any money-making concerns. Look at this water, Sarah. I love this part. So if we look at, if you remember, the old water's kind of blue. You can't really see it until the sun. You need to pass me?
No.
It's just Sarah. And probably eating. So the water looks really, really crisp, and you'll see that. I'm sure you saw it in the last video. It definitely looks like it on the daylight. So we are off to find Irileth and her battalion of ragtag warriors fighting this dragon. Sarah says hi. I think we're probably a little bit off base. Western Watchtower. So we're meeting Irileth right here. We're going to take a hard, sharp turn to the south. Right here. Some of the mods that we do have, Sarah, that I think probably worth investing into. I'm happy that we did this. We got a carry mod, so we'll never be over encumbered again. And we also got some boots of speed. So it's like we're riding a horse almost. We're moving that fast, which just keeps gameplay flowing. Supposed to wait for Irileth here. She apparently is taking her sweet time. And before we get into this fight, we're going to go take a quick look at what we are wielding. So, inventory check. All of these are different. There's several horse mods, Sarah, and if we get to a place where you and I can sit together and do this live, we can certainly look into that and have a mod-focused one. But we're going to go in here. You can see we've got a carry weight ring on. Yeah, there is a god mode where you're invulnerable, but I don't necessarily like that. I want a little bit of a challenge. You know, we can be invisible, water walk, water breathe. So there's a lot of really cool stuff. But let's look at specifically what we are wearing right now. So this is the fashion portion. We have the hide shield, but we're not really going to use that in this fight. It's going to be a dragon. It's going to be up in the sky. So I'm not concerned about that. But let's take a look at our actual armor that we are wearing. So we're wearing some modified Nightingale armor. This one is just called the Breastplate of the Angels. I'm not necessarily sure what it does outside of give you that healthy glow. I think it probably, based on the armor that I was looking at, the armor ratings I was looking at in our skill screen, boosts your armor ability up by 1,000. So nothing's going to hit that hard. We've got our Nightingale boots. It says the Deliver like Hermes, and this is what makes us do the run fast. Nightingale gloves, speed and might of Ares. So, you know, we've got, I think, extra melee on here. But I don't know that it does anything for our archery. And then we've got our hood, which illusion spells cost 17% less to cast. Not anything that we're really doing with that, but just so you're aware of what we have and what we're doing. Real quick, too, from a weapon perspective. Oh, hang tight just a second. There we go. Had a TV blackout, oddly enough. You can see that we are using ebony arrows, and we are using Let's go find our bow. All the way at the end, we're using a bow called Zephyr. It fires 30% faster than a standard bow. Does 36 damage, and it is, looks like it's off of the Dwarven mod. So we have a couple of other different options from a bow perspective here. And certainly a ton for arrows. We have the legendary Sweet Roll arrow, which would be fun. Play around with that a little bit. We got Sun-Hallowed Elven arrows. They do 16, but they cause sunburst attacks to nearby targets if shot at the sun with Oriel's bow. I remember being so mad I couldn't kill the guys following and kill everybody else. Yeah. Yep. Let's see. We're going back through, looking at bows. So right now, remember the bow that we're wielding, Sarah. It is 30% faster on our shots, which I think will come in handy. We go back through. Okay, so we've got the Nightingale bow, which freezes the target for 30 points and shocks the target for 15 points. So extra damage there. We could use that. I don't think we'll need the extra damage. As we go back, just a regular longbow. These are leveling swords. Carlia's bow. Now this does damage 75. Hermaeus Mora's bow, that does damage 90, so the most damage that we can do. Also has an effect when the arrow hits. That's pretty cool looking. Glass bow of the Stag Prince. Wielder receives an incredibly powerful blessing for every 20 animals killed by the bow. We're not going to be killing animals. Fuss Boda. Behold the power, it says. Which, great name, but it doesn't look like it does any damage. I haven't played around with this yet. I don't know what the enchantment looks like. Carlia was the, I believe she, if I remember correctly, she was the Nightingale. She's the person with the Nightingale armor. So if you see a bow that you would rather me use as we go through them, please let me know, and we'll use that bow for the dragon. Dwarven bow, Black Bow of Fate, 50% for each attribute to absorb 25 points of health, stam, or magicka. Drain spell bow. Let's see. Daedric bow, always a good damage option. Bow of the Hunt. Oriel's bow. You get that 10 points of sun damage. Undead targets take triple. Now we're about to fight a dragon, not an undead, so something to think about. And then that's pretty much it in terms of bows. So I'm going to go with the bow that we have now, the Zephyr. If you want me to use a different bow, put it in the chat, and we'll use that one instead.
No signs of any dragon right now. But it sure looks like
so we got a Ring of Infinite Carry.
I know bad.
Our weight is super.
Out what happened.
That's one of the cheats that I use as quality of life cheat.
Spread out. Look for survivors. We need to know what.
Okay, we are spreading out and looking for survivors. Something tells me that dragon's coming. No survivors. No survivors. Yes, they are only in the mod, Sarah. Yep. No survivors. No survivors.
No, get back. It's still here somewhere. Rocky and Tor just got grabbed when they tried to make a run for it.
Oh no, Rocky and Tor.
What happened here? Where's this?
If I remember correctly, I really like fighting the dragon from right here, and he should join us here pretty soon, I would think.
And make every arrow count.
Kill the dragon. So we got to figure out where he is first. Whoa, there he is. Okay. So let's have a little bit of fun. Let's go to our arrows, the arrows that we just got. We got skeletal arrows, so powerful, explodes upon impact, and summon skeletal dragons for 30 seconds that attack the player. That's not good. Let's see. We've got poison, paralysis, lightning, water. What does water do? It's an area damage attack. Earth damage. Let's try blood arrows and see what those do. So another good thing about these boots is I can stay with my bow strung and walk around still. I'm consulting my my top directional there. There he is. And that's probably not going to hit. It's Mir Mulnir. Okay, he's on the ground. Let's see what these blood arrows do. Reload. Now, because of the level that we are at this point, you'll notice this dragon is really hard. So, while we do have cheats and mods enabled, it doesn't necessarily make the game easier. This guy's got a million bajillion hit points, and I think I probably made him mad. Alright, so, you know, best practice with these dragons, get behind a rock, somewhere where you're not vulnerable to their fire attacks. And again, that's just the second round, so usually I think even in a traditional gameplay, after as many shots as I've landed, that dragon's already down. But again, because we are operating on level 76, that dragon is a lot tougher than he typically is. So this is where Zephyr is good. You know, I think if you're in kind of a sniper battle and you're really working on positioning, probably not the bow you want, but you can see the reload speed on this is tremendous. We got to get to a good place where we can take some shots. Oh, he got us that time. Alright, we should be pretty safe taking our shots from here. Critical strike on him. Oh! Yikes. So these were called blood arrows, I thought? Oh, wow. These were called blood arrows. Yeah, and especially, Sarah, just to your point, we're going to go ahead and plug this back in, because I don't think, for some reason, I don't think we were getting the right arrows. But to your point, Sarah, the dragons on this level are super hard. So we've got these blood arrows we're trying to hit him with. Hopefully they'll do more damage than the last ones. Last ones were called painless arrows. So I don't know how that would help anybody. And we're doing a little bit more damage per shot. Cool after effect. I do like that. That looks pretty great. I think he's grounded now. We're taking on some damage though. So we definitely want to stay out of his way. Ooh. Ah, man. Okay. So let's stand this unless we get him down fast. No, he's still up. And he says, Dovahkiin, no! As he burns into the ground. We can reclaim some of our blood arrows here. We've got dragon bones and dragon scales, but, you know, at this point, I don't know that I necessarily want to start picking these up. You know, when we have access to all the ingredients that we have. So this is what's going to be a little bit different about this playthrough. Hey, I can't think of more arrows. Got any suggestions? What about a calm arrow? I don't know that a calm arrow is really going to affect a dragon. We could have tried it, but he's dead in the ground now. So he's got these dragon bones. That's usually a quick pickup because, you know, early in the game, you tend to take these and save them for gear or save them to sell them to make money. We don't need that. We've got access to as many dragon scales as we could ever want. So I might just go ahead and, nah, you know what? Let's pick them up. Let's pick them up because why not? We have the carry room. And you can see, Sarah, on the bottom, our carry weight is 9,567 out of 100,415. So we still have plenty of room. But what it does create is it creates an inventory adjustment problem. And we're going to explore that here in a minute when we go buy our first House of Breeze home. As we take on our dragon power here. And we're going to look up to the mountains and we're going to hear the call. Yes, you can make gear out of the scales, and we can show you that a little bit as well. Although I'm not hearing the horn.